from Nebraska's trusted news source. This is Channel 8 News at 5:30.
Local hero Police Chief Gary Young will be laid to rest tomorrow. The Creek community is preparing to honor their police chief in a big way, and people from across the state will be coming together in mourning for a man who made an impact on many. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Mackenzie Johnson. The late police chief died this past week, and tomorrow hundreds are honoring him. We've got the details tonight on how you can pay your respects. The visitation will be starting at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning in Crete. That will be held at Ag Hall, which is in Tuxedo Park in Crete, and then at 10 o'clock, the funeral will begin. After the service is over, Young will be escorted by law enforcement to the Lincoln Memorial Cemetery, which will be his final resting place. Now, if you're wanting to be part of the procession, here's the map of the route they'll be taking. They'll be going down 13th Street in Crete before getting on the highway, and authorities will be doing traffic control. Anyone is invited to line the side of the streets to honor Young, but they're asking people to not park on the route itself or try to line the highways between Crete and Lincoln. Now, once they get here to the capital city, they'll enter on 14th Street heading north until they reach the cemetery. Governor Pillen also ordering all flags to be flown at half-staff tomorrow in Young's honor. If you can't make it out to pay your respects, our Channel 8 team will be covering the event every step of the way. You can scan the QR code on your screen to download our Now Local News app. That's where our reporters will be posting updates throughout the entire morning. Developing now, details coming to light on the victims and suspected shooter in Idaho. The tragedy claiming the lives of 3 people at an In-N-Out, according to authorities. And tonight, officials identifying the man who's believed to be behind the horrifying violence. The Twin Falls police chief says 24-year-old Chad Williams opened fire yesterday, killing 3 people and injuring at least 7 others. The alleged gunman then died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Authorities don't yet know the motive of the shooter, but are assuring the community that the threat is over. The police chief says officers are now partnering with federal agencies to figure out what happened.
This is the most chaotic scene that many of them will ever have in their careers. They rose to their training. They rose to the level that our community expects. State partners, federal partners, along with the FBI and the ATF have called to assist us for help. They have resources on the way here so that we can properly document the scene.
And they are working to figure out again exactly what happened. They're combing through evidence right now. Meanwhile, the owner of In-N-Out addressing the situation, Lindsay Snyder, posting the statement you see here on your screen, writing that one of the victims was an employee. Snyder says she was taking care of customers when she was killed. Snyder also says In-N-Out will be mourning with the families and praying for them as they tread through a painful season. She finishes the statement by saying that they will stand together and do everything they can to learn from the situation. Let's get a look at our first forecast now on this Sunday evening. Citizen journalist Melanie sending this video in to our Now Local News app, opening up her window there. The temperature finally cooling off for her to crack open the windows instead of using the air conditioning. We're sure getting a nice break from all the blistering temperatures lately. And here's what things look like outside right now. We're taking a live look through our tower camera. Barely any clouds in the sky, but you can maybe see a haze out there. Now, all things considered, it's not unbearably hot, not too humid. Let's go on over to meteorologist Dominic Ferraro. Dom, a beautiful start to August.
Just a fantastic weekend here, Mackenzie. Yesterday was beautiful. Today, a little bit warmer, but still a great then end to the weekend. And while we've seen mostly sunny skies, there is just a little bit of that haze out there. We have some wildfire smoke, a couple thousand feet up in the air, but impacts on the surface then will be fairly minimal over the next couple of days. We take a look now at your ABC Seamless camera, North 48th Cornhusker Highway. Lots of blue skies out there. It looks very pleasant. But while it was a pleasant day here in eastern Nebraska, western Nebraska can't say the same story. Still got a heat advisory there until 9 o'clock this evening for a few counties there in the Panhandle, as those heat indices could get up to 110. They've seen air temperatures above 100 for most of the afternoon. Also with that, then a red flag warning for a few more counties there in the Panhandle and into southwestern Nebraska with those stronger winds and that prolonged drought that increases the risk then for the spread of wildfires, and that's why we have that then in place through the rest of the evening there too. As we take a look at those current temperatures, lower to mid 80s here in eastern Nebraska, including 85 and Lincoln 85 as well for the Grand Island area, but it does not take long to heat up. Mid to upper 90s to lower triple digits as you head out towards the west. 108 for your current temperature in Chadron, and it's breezy out there too with winds out of the south between 10 and 20 miles per hour. Mostly clear skies other than a few passing fair weather clouds. Shouldn't be any issues then for the rest of your evening as we start the day off then on Monday in the 70s and 80s and then into the 90s as we go throughout the afternoon. Will likely be one of our warmest days though for some time as storm chances enter the forecast. More details on that coming up in a few minutes.
All right, thank you, Dom. Well, the recent rain causing some troubles over in Buffalo County. Take a look here. The sheriff's office posting these pictures from a crash they had earlier. The rain making the roads muddy and slick, which they say led to this crash. Good news, they say no injuries are reported and the vehicle was safely recovered after sliding down into that ditch. But they say if you're driving on gravel or dirt roads, this is a good reminder to slow down because the road conditions can change after rain. Lincoln families flocking to a generous back-to-school giveaway. It's an annual event that sends kids to the classroom with a smile, and it's a big help for parents who might be struggling to get the basics. Check it out. Visionary Youth and the Malone Center holding their haircut and backpack event here in Lincoln today, and citizen journalist Kevin capturing video of all the kids walking around with their brand new backpacks filled with the supplies they need. But it's also about giving kids an extra boost of confidence when it comes to their appearance, which is why a bunch of volunteer barbers spend the morning giving free haircuts.
Like me, when I was little, I know how it is to struggle and your family not have enough money to get you a nice cut. So it just feels good to give back to the community, and it feels good to have kids, feel good.
The group planning to help over 2,500 families here in the capital city. New details now from an endangered missing person case in Grand Island. The man you see here on your screen, John Furlong, is now believed to be in the David City area, according to their police department. He's 82 years old and from Grand Island. He's about 6 feet tall. They're advising people that he has dementia and reduced vision, so if anyone has information on his whereabouts, they're asking people to call the Grand Island Police Department or Butler County Communications with the information. Again, they do believe he could be in the David City area. Well, don't go anywhere. We have more coming your way after the break, including production plan. OPEC comes to a decision on how they'll try to replenish oil reserves, when we could see that impact gas prices here in Nebraska. We'll be right back. Right now, fast-moving wildfires are burning through Washington, the flames destroying numerous homes and prompting hundreds of evacuations. Tonight, tens of thousands of people are without power as firefighters battle against flames that are being fueled by hot, dry, and windy conditions. ABC's Alex Stone has the details from Spokane.
Nearly 5,400 acres have burned across 3 fires in Spokane, Washington. An estimated 600 structures have been damaged or destroyed. Entire neighborhoods engulfed in flames, with the 3 separate fires burning at the same time. A towering plume of thick black smoke hovering over the mountains. Long lines of cars backed up as people under evacuation orders try to leave. The governor declaring a statewide emergency, issuing a burn ban through September, and activating the National Guard to support firefighters.
We have been anticipating a situation like this. We've been mobilizing for some time, but Washingtonians know we're doing everything we can to get help to multiple locations throughout the state.
Further north, the Maudrite fire has scorched over 49,000 acres. Similar scenes in Oregon, where at least 32 large fires are raging. More than half the state is facing severe drought conditions in what could be the state's worst wildfire season on record. The Roe Creek Complex fire there blazing through more than 300,000 acres. Air crews desperately trying to battle the flames from above as these destructive infernos continue to be fueled by hot, dry, and windy conditions across the Pacific Northwest.
I want to show you a neighborhood that we're in right now where all of the homes have been destroyed. The fire came racing through here. What's left, the open gas lines, property after property, still on fire. Cars that are completely gutted and melted in some cases all over the ground. Home after home gone as far as we can see here. Alex Stone, ABC News, Spokane.
Countries are looking for a solution to get oil while the Strait of Hormuz is impassable due to the war in Iran. The Organization of the Petroleum Exporting Countries, also known as OPEC, has come to a decision to try and replenish the world's oil supply once the strait does become passable. They're preparing to raise oil output by 188,000 barrels a day in September. The main countries involved in the increase are Saudi Arabia, Russia, and Iraq. We'll be keeping you updated once we see what kind of impact that decision makes on oil and gas prices further down the road. And we've been keeping an eye, of course, on how the war as a whole is affecting gas prices here in Nebraska. Citizen journalists sending in these videos of prices today to our Now Local News app from Lincoln and Crete. Now, over in Crete, prices are at about $3.78 a gallon, and here in Lincoln, $3.84, a small step down from the $3.99 prices we saw for the majority of last week. If you scan the QR code up there on your screen, you can download our Now Local News app for free and get paid for sending in videos like these.
And a warm and sunny start to the work week, though those cooler temperatures will arrive alongside chances for showers and thunderstorms over the next several days. We'll have a better look at that forecast then coming up in a few minutes.
5, an annual festival is bringing out huge crowds to Wilbur. The Czech Festival is always a celebration of culture, and today is the last day to enjoy all the food, dancing, and music. Check it out, a dance circle downtown, kids all dressed up in the traditional Czech clothing. And this weekend's festivities bringing out a bunch of people. Here are some pictures from the big parade. Looks like a blast. Now, if you want to join in on all the fun, there are kolache eating contests, bingo, and performances happening until after 9 o'clock tonight. And if you're looking for some Sunday night plans but aren't wanting to travel too far, the Lancaster County Super Fair is happening right now at the Sandhills Global Event Center. Today, the Show and Shine car show packed full with vintage vehicles and a lot of visitors. And kids also getting the chance to connect over livestock. The 4-H organization says the fair is a great opportunity for all kids to learn new things and show off their hard work.
Now, your Storm Alert Team Forecast with meteorologist Dominic Ferraro.
Well, it should be a great evening out there for anybody with outdoor plans to wrap up your Sunday night. Nice, pleasant temperatures out here. Winds lighter for the most part. That's in eastern Nebraska. Now, if you're heading out towards the west, that's a bit of a different story. But it will be warmer then for that Monday forecast, too, as western Nebraska is kind of the hint at what we could see head our way then, at least for the day on Monday. And just in time, though, for us to see maybe some of those warmer temperatures, we have a more active weather pattern moving on through, which will ultimately cool us down by a good bit as we head into the middle of the work week. In terms of those rain chances, though, western Nebraska, especially the areas that could use it, anywhere between a half to 3/4 inch if they're lucky with a lot of those scattered showers we see develop over the next 48 hours. It'll be more than off to the east. We have yet another chance of seeing a good bit of rainfall. Now, no complaints here by any means, as and the model estimates right now put us in southeast Nebraska between 3/4 to about an inch, and a little higher than that once you get north of the interstate. So we'll continue to take the rain, especially with how dry we were this past winter, and hopefully then that gets us going in the step in the right direction as we head into this winter and further down the line. As we take a look, though, outside here, your Barry Law camera, as this is not a bad view here. I mean, you can see a little bit of the haze, almost that milky color to the sky. That is that wildfire smoke in the mid-levels of the atmosphere. Won't see a whole lot of impacts, though, to us down at the surface, thankfully. And temperatures here, as we mentioned, fairly pleasant. For early August, we'll take an evening in the low to mid-80s. As you can see, you don't have to go far for some of those warmer summertime temperatures to make their way then out there. Is 96 North Platte, 100 degrees in McCook, Ogallala, Scottsbluff at 106, 108. And Shadron, so it's certainly some warmer temperatures out there. We'll take then the mid-80s in Lincoln as well as Beatrice, 87 up in the Omaha area, 84 in Wahoo, so not too bad, at least compared to what it could be out there. A few passing clouds here showing up on satellite, but I do think the majority of us stay clear and dry as we round out then the rest of the weekend. Stormcast into the evening keeps us at mostly clear skies with a few passing clouds then out towards the west. For the start of your day then on Monday, mostly sunny skies in eastern Nebraska with partly to then mostly cloudy skies for the panhandle into portions of central Nebraska as we head into your Monday night, right around dinner time there. Now, as we head into the overnight hours, we will see then a chance for a few showers and thunderstorms for central Nebraska here first. As these try to drift their way then off to the east, we will see storms then continuing to develop for areas in north central and northeastern Nebraska as we head into Tuesday morning, with a few lighter showers then trying to make their way along Interstate 80 as we head towards about lunchtime then on Tuesday. We get a quick little reprieve then as we head towards the afternoon for us here in southeast Nebraska. Northeast Nebraska, we'll see another shot then at some storm chances. As we take a look at some of the more longer runs of Stormcast, which we have up for you now, that does hint then at the potential for a few showers and thunderstorms here along and south of Interstate 80 as we head into the morning on Wednesday, and then those will wrap up then sometime shortly after noon, leaving us with mostly clear skies heading into the day on Thursday. In terms of severe weather potential, we do still have that marginal level 1 out of 5 risk for north central Nebraska and into portions of western Nebraska. That for Monday evening into early Tuesday morning, where we could see up to quarter-size hail and 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts in the strongest storms. Now, not everybody will see severe weather, but it's just what the environment is capable of producing then for that severe weather threat on Monday night. For those temperatures then this evening, down into the mid to upper 60s to lower 70s for lows across the state, with high temperatures then tomorrow into the 90s for most of us. Southwestern Nebraska will have a good shot then at seeing the triple digits. We significantly cool off, though, as we head into the middle of this week. We're talking about highs on Wednesday in the upper 70s with all those storm chances out there. We just slowly recover, though, as we head towards the back half of the work week into the upper 80s to lower 90s, which is, again, fairly close to where we're supposed to be this time of year. But, man, it's going to be weird to have a day in the 70s. I mean, I'm so used to the hot and humid conditions. I feel like we've had a lot of forecasts like that so far this summer. I'm almost a little excited.
I was going to say, when is the last time we had a high in the 70s? It had to have been a couple months ago, probably.
Probably. You'll have to stay tuned. I'll go dig it. I'll go find that.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm looking forward to it, too. Thank you so much, Dom. Right now, the Powerball jackpot just won't stop growing. We're taking a live look at their website right now. They're tallying up the estimated jackpot and counting down to the next drawing, which will be tomorrow night. The estimated jackpot now sitting at almost $750 million. We'll make sure to let you know when there is a winner, and we're hoping it's someone who's watching right now, or maybe one of us here at Channel 8. How about that? Coming up in sports, Husker football is deep in training for the upcoming season. Plus, our Nick Erickson reveals our Athlete of the Week. We'll be right back.
I'm Pete.
Now, from the Channel 8 Sports Zone, powered by Green's Furnace and Plumbing, here's Channel 8 News Sports. The Channel 8 News Sports Zone.
Erickson, thanks for joining us here on the Sports Zone on this Sunday evening. It's the beginning of August, and everyone here in Lincoln knows what that means. Huskers football is right around the corner, and we're currently 34 days away from Nebraska's home opener against Ohio University. The Huskers will begin their fall camp this week, with almost a month until we all get to file back into Memorial Stadium again. Coach Rule hyped up the 2026 team at Big Ten Media Days, speaking on the talent of the roster and how they want to take another step this season. Plenty of things to be excited about, including the offensive line and, of course, the crowded running back room, which we should have more answers following fall camp. We are also close to Football Fan Day, which will be on August 8th at the Hawks Championship Center. Our sports director, Will Charlton, will have more camp coverage later this week. 26 U.S. National Championships for swimming was happening in Irvine, California. Swimmers from all around the country gathered, including Nebraska's very own Jenna Jorgensen. This was Jorgensen's final event, with Nebraska putting the exclamation point on her impressive college career at the swimming championship. She finished her time with the Huskers with 5 school records and 5 personal best marks. In a press release from the Huskers on Saturday, head coach Pablo Morales said, quote, "Amazing finish to an amazing career. Jenna has been one of the highest performers and most consistent improvers in program history." The Huskers will definitely miss their 4-time All-American. In 45 years, last fall, the Waverly Vikings took home the Class B state championship title. Leading the way for them is incoming senior quarterback Broxton Tepley, who threw over 2,300 yards and 27 touchdowns in May. He announced his college commitment to a Division I program, and that is why he's our athlete of the week. Late November of 2025 holds fond memories for Tepley, he said.
It was great to finally be able to accomplish what we had all worked towards the whole year, and it was just great to do it with some of my brothers, and it was a really good experience getting to win state. Obviously, not everybody gets to do that in their lifetime.
Tepley led the charge in the state title run, and now heading into his senior season, he already knows where he will play college football. In May, Tepley announced his commitment to join the University of South Dakota, a school where he says he felt a connection to right away.
I knew that that's where I wanted to go, so I just figured why not commit now, and I committed pretty quick. And since then, it's been really great. I've been up there 2 or 3 times, and yeah, it feels like home already for sure. From the coaches to the facilities to proximity, it just felt like a really great situation for me.
Waverly head coach Reed Manstead says that it's a tribute to who he is as a player and a person.
He's like having a coach on the field, and so you love having that with him. And you know, he's a kid who just does a lot of things the right way, and it's good to see good things happen to good people. People come out here on Friday nights and they get to see the product, but they don't always get to see all the hard work that goes into it. And you know, he's a prime example of, you know, hard work paying off.
Tepley says that already being committed helps him focus on the task at hand in the fall, going back to back.
Kind of just makes me be able to play with confidence, and I got nothing to lose. It's nice knowing where I'm going already. We know that there's a target on our back. We're the team to beat, so still got to have the same motivation as last year, same drive to go do what we know we can do.
Dakota, so a little fun rivalry right there. And congratulations and good luck, Broxton. Well, Mackenzie, that's all the time we have here in the Sports Zone. We'll go ahead and toss things back to you.
All right, let's get our final check of the weather here quick. Dom, take it away.
Yeah, going to be a little warmer than for the start of the week on Monday, though back to those cooler temperatures into the 70s even, with chances for showers and storms by Wednesday.
All right, thank you. We'll see you right back here tonight at 10.
Plan your next game night out or celebrate any milestone with us, because happy hour is even happier when you're winning. Only at Warhorse Casino, minutes from downtown in Lincoln.
Let your voice be heard by sharing your photos and videos to the Now Local News app. Earn points and redeem them for gift cards. Scan the QR code to join.
Ernie's Mattress First.